to all believers.
My brothers and sisters, the Lord is with you.
And also with you.
We continue listening to God speak to us from the Gospel in the tradition of John.
Glory to you, Lord.
On the first day of the week, Mary Magdalene came to the tomb early in the morning while it was still dark. She saw the stone removed from the tomb. So she ran and went to Simon Peter and the other disciple whom Jesus loved and told them, "They have taken the Lord from the tomb and we don't know where they have put him." So Peter and the other disciple went out and came to the tomb. They both ran, but the other disciple arrived faster than Peter. He bent down and saw the burial cloths there, but he did not go in. When Simon Peter arrived after him, he went into the tomb and saw the burial cloths and the cloth that covered the head of Jesus, not with the burial cloths, but rolled up in a separate place. And the other disciple also went in, the one who had arrived first at the tomb. He saw, he believed. For they did not yet understand the scripture that said he had to rise from the dead. And this is the gospel, good news of our salvation.
Praise you, Lord Jesus Christ.
By the words of the gospel, may our sins be blotted out.
Amen.
So we gather this morning on a obviously very special day, on a day that's referred to as the Feast of Feasts. The Easter candle didn't cooperate, but that doesn't matter, because the light that we carry within us is a light that can't and won't go out. Each one of us this morning is called in a special way to be what Mary, Peter, and John, what we just heard. They're witnesses. They don't understand yet. And I guess that's us too. Okay? We don't understand what being resurrected means. And that's something that comes to us over a period of time. That comes to us when we allow God to work through us. Allow God to work through us. And as I've said many, many times, myself and Father Vinny, God doesn't go where God isn't welcome. The minds and the hearts of the actors we encounter during Holy Week. And Holy Week here was truly blessed. The services were well attended. And I hope that those of you who were here with those services got as much out of them as the brothers did. It was a truly meaningful week, thanks to you. A couple of weeks ago, we read the story about Lazarus. We remember Lazarus, that friend of Jesus who died. And there's a tremendous difference in the recounting of the two stories. We hear Jesus call Lazarus. Lazarus, come forth. Come out. And if you were in church on that weekend, or you know the story, there's a difference between Lazarus coming out of the tomb and Jesus. When Lazarus comes out of the tomb, Jesus says something. He says, untie him. Let him go. Lazarus comes out in the burial cloths. He had to be released. What do we hear today? Went into the tomb and saw the burial cloths there. Cloth around his head in a separate place. The burial cloths restricted Lazarus. He couldn't get out on his own. The burial cloths are there, but where is Jesus? Martha told Jesus, Lord, he's been in the tomb for 4 days. There's a stench. We hear nothing about that this morning. They walked in and they saw the cloths. And it must have been a tremendous amount of puzzlement. But they believed. And sometimes the most simple things for us are the most difficult to understand. Jesus was raised. And how did the early church show the belief in that resurrected Christ? The first reading this morning. The first reading. What's the big deal about Cornelius? Nice name? Yeah, okay. But what's the story of Cornelius mean to you and me? Cornelius was not a Jew. Cornelius was a Gentile. And to the mind of the early apostles, Jesus came for the Jews. After the resurrection, Peter's mind is open to realize that that resurrected Christ is for everyone. Last night we had a good crowd. Not as many as this morning, but we had a good crowd. And there was a young couple that came in last night. Found us online. Nice way to advertise. Thanks to me. And giving out communion, Father Peter was the main celebrant. And I noticed the young man came up and went like this for communion. Bowed down, went back to his seat. So as they were leaving, I asked him, I said, welcome. How'd you find us online and so on? I said, are you Christian? He said, yes. I said, why did you take communion? Because I'm not Catholic. Same story with the Jews. Cornelius wasn't Catholic. He wasn't a Jew. Jesus comes to all of us. That's what makes this parish and the ecumenical movement in the church so vital. No one is turned away. All of us. That's the resurrection story. Now, you and I have a job to do. we have to be witnesses. We have to show by the way we live, by the way we talk, by the way we act, that we are truly made in the image, likeness of God. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Pray for me, and I pray for you. And may God bless us and keep us. May God's face shine upon us and give us peace, now and always.
Amen.